Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. Yeah, if you haven't noticed, I do live out of a RV. Me and a buddy, we've been kind of staying in my RV for the last 4 months. We're kind of winter off-gridding it. I was going to let you guys know too, I'm a little bit camera shy. I hope y'all get over all this, and I promise you all, my filming and my editing will get better. I'm brand new at all this. I got some really great food ideas. I spent 2 years in Texas. I learned how to barbecue down there in Devine, Texas with some friends, and came back here to Utah, and I've kind of made it my own. And let's see what we got going on tonight. This is my mother's recipe. It is a Chili Verde recipe. It's way good. I haven't had it and done it in a while. So you're going to need Italian seasoning, salt. I like this Himalaya salt, diced green chilies, a can of diced tomatoes, 1/4 cup of flour, and this is my all-to seasoning for everything. It's a mixture of lemon pepper, garlic, and pepper. It's pretty good just about on everything. We did this pulled, not pulled pork, but pork, about 2 pounds, in the crock pot. Mixed it with Italian seasoning dressing and let it cook until it was done. It was probably took about 8 hours. You're also going to need some tortillas, the soft shells. After we get it put together, you dip it and eat it that way. But I will get started, and I'll walk you through our Chili Verde recipe, see how we do and how we turn out. There's Chunkus, aka Zombie Dog Chunkus. She's helping me tonight. That would be Phil's dog. So these porks, you can get them at Walmart or Smith's in a package, about $10, and they come probably about 10 of them together, and this is perfect for this stuff. I'm going to cut this up as well. A couple of things I forgot. We're going to need butter, and if you guys remember the onions from the other night, our onions are already chopped up, so we're going to cut this up and we're going to get it ready to saute on this. Alright, so we got this all cut up. Now, it's really important that you keep a clean kitchen all the time. There's no excuses for your kitchen to ever be dirty. It shows a lot who you are when you're prepping your food. But we got this cut up. We're going to go ahead and saute it with the onions in the pan here, and we'll get this fired up, and then we'll start getting it put together. And like I said, it's been a while since I've done this, so we'll see how it turns out. So this is our pork and our onions being sauteed here. I used my garlic, pepper, and lemon pepper mix on it. We just want it to be kind of a lightly golden brown. So about 4 months ago, me and my buddy Phil, we ended up both of our girlfriends broke up with us and the cost of living, we didn't have really any place to go. The cost was so high and nobody was letting anybody rent anything, so I picked up my RV, and the last 4 months we've been roughing it, in the cold. It's not too bad. We'll kind of get into that another video. So the off-grid living situation. What I've done to stay warm and the repairs and things that had to be done on the RV to make it comfortable and what it is. Most expensive part of this has been the cost of propane. Other than that, everything else is pretty decent. Now, we have had some problems with water freezing. Blew some lines out last week. Had to go in and cut those out and replace them. Yeah, we'll get this stirred up and we'll get back. All right, so this next step here on our video is I kind of already added everything in. So what you want to do is you want to turn around and put a little butter, not butter, a little oil on the bottom of the pan, and then throw your onions, your sauteed onions and meat in it. And as it's heated, you turn around and you pour your 1/4 cup of flour in it and start stirring it into the meat. This is called making a roux. And then you start turning it into a dredging it. From this point on, we start adding our green chilies and our tomatoes and water. If you have your juices from before, or like your crock pot cook, you could use the juices instead of water. That way you get a lot more flavor, which I think I'm going to do. I'm going to use the crock pot juice from the cook into the meat. I'll kind of get this I'll get this put together, and then I'll kind of get back here with you. Okay, so we got our tomatoes in, and we have our green chilies in. Now you can turn around and use the can that you had your tomatoes in and use your juice. And this is a leftover juice from our crock pot from the roasts. Okay, so we ended up using 2 cans of this, and I got it just simmering on a low heat. It'll thicken up a little bit. If it's a little too soupy, you can put a little cornstarch in it to bring it up, and that's probably what I'll do, is I'll add a little cornstarch because you want it just a little thick. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and do that right now. Then I'm going to add some more seasonings in it. Salt, and then our red wine vinegar. You don't have to use that. I just like it. Okay. Low heat. Let it simmer. Like I said, I'm going to put some cornstarch in it. So when I add my seasonings in, I just like to fold it or float it on the top. That's a little high. Turn that way down. You don't want it to boil. You want it to simmer. Just stir it in. Well, it looks just about right. I'm going to add 1 more can of tomatoes in it, just to thicken it up. Give it a little more redness. Okay, I went ahead and added some more seasonings, just floated it on top the same way I did. That's about what you want it to look like. Just keep it on simmer for a little bit. I might add just a little bit of smoke to it, liquid smoke, give it a little bit of smoky flavor on it too. You can kind of add stuff in what you want to do as well when you get to it. This is a Chili Verde recipe at my mom's. Like I said, we're gonna do the tortillas next, and just throw butter on them, throw them in the frying pan, kind of warm them up a little bit, and then we'll kind of get back to you there on that too. These are the kind of tortillas I like to use for this recipe. Just get your pan. We went ahead and got our kitchen all cleaned back up. You want your pan to get hot. You just want your tortilla to turn kind of a brown, a little bit of brown. You don't want to burn it. And we'll put butter on both sides of everything. I'll go ahead and do this up. We're just about done. Smells delicious. Alright, we went ahead and we got those done. That's about what you want them to look like, where they're still nice and buttery and soft. There. Went ahead and put that back on, got it on simmer. I'm just gonna simmer it out. Well, this meal probably put together was about $20. So affordable, maybe a little less. You know, if you have all your seasonings already, then it's a little bit cheaper, of course. I did have to buy some already, a couple of things for this recipe, but next time it'll probably be like a $10 meal with your pulled pork or your pork. I do have a bit of a dry sense of humor. Once you get it, you understand it, it's fun. Like I said, I'm a little bit camera shy at the moment. Trying to figure out how I'm gonna film this. But here we go. This is your Chili Verde recipe, and if you've never had it before, it's really good. It's one of my favorites. It's been one of my favorites since I was a kid. Oh. Let me know in the comments if you have a recipe out there that you would like me to try on the Traeger, or any questions about the meal. Go ahead and comment. I'll get a hold of you and walk you through it. Just because we're winter living off grid doesn't mean we can't eat good. At least once a day anyway. Alright, thank you guys for watching. Like and subscribe. Have a good night.